Hey guys, I apologize earlier. I literally ate, I don't know what I ate, something, and then I had like rash all over my entire body. But Shalina saved the day.
Or poisoning him and then trying to help.
Yeah. Yeah, it was probably that egg croissant, feeling much better now though. So we're gonna go over a few things today. So first I'm going to go over the Facebook algorithm and how each piece of it and how you can hack it to your advantage or use it to your advantage rather, I guess. Then I'm going to go over the sneak attack method. Then if we have time, I'm going to go over multivariate testing, which is super, super crucial and a really, really big win. So we'll just jump right in. I have this little cool intro video I'm going to play. Cool. All right. So how many of you guys know the bully method? Most of you. Cool. Shotgun. A few of you. Surfing. Oh yeah. Someone asked me a couple. You guys say surfing. Just to make sure. Cool. So I'll just tell you guys a little bit about myself. When I was 18 years old in 2004, I was a mortgage broker, and I was going to the office every day, 9 to 7 or whatever, right? Like downtown Chicago. I was doing very, very good at it. And this was like the best time to be in mortgages too. It was like right before the collapse. It was the easiest job ever, making lots of money. But it was almost like, I don't want to say too easy, but the rules weren't changing. It was like the same old, same old. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. And then my little brother actually started making money on the internet. And he was younger than me. I was 18. He was like 15 or 16. And I was like, man, this is awesome. So basically I jumped in there, helped automate it, and turned it into a business. He was doing affiliate marketing for adult webcam sites, believe it or not. So I came in and automated it, and then we scaled it basically. So then I started an affiliate program for it, where then we had tons of affiliates promoting. So that was cashuniversity.com. And affiliates could go in and like customize their own landing page and turn on geo-targeting and all this cool stuff. Make like a fake girl profile basically that would then take you to, at the time, then a dating site. So we were just feeding customers into dating sites, which was pretty cool. Then I had a weed store, and I'll just play this video really quick. So I like to show this because a lot of people don't talk about their failures. While I've had a lot of success, I've also had a lot of failures. This weed store, I was 23 when I started it, 24 when I had to close it. I put my life savings at the time, which was $500,000, into the store, and then I was forced to close it due to zoning regulations that were outside my control. But anyway, I'll show you guys a cool video.
In the midst of all the debate in Los Angeles over how to regulate medical marijuana, we're going to get an inside look at one of the most upscale pot dispensaries. It's right above a restaurant row on La Cienega, and it's called Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. There's a posh lounge with stylish lighting and vintage wallpaper. There's a flat-screen TV, striking artwork, and a shimmering fountain. Membership here can cost up to $10,000 a year.
We really cater this to a high-end audience. People that, need the privacy and discreetness that we offer.
Owner Tim Bird opened this LA club a couple of months ago. Full name, Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. But it goes by H2W, and this high-end hangout for people who need to get high is doing a booming business. Owner Bird, seen here in his off-site grow room, says he's well aware.
It's funny, they called it an off-site grow room. It was like literally in the dispensary in the back,
He believes he's raising the bar here for how to run this as a legitimate business.
Let's be realistic here. Find the ones that are doing it right, that aren't going around and near schools, that aren't putting flyers on, at schools or churches, and that are selling to people only with a medical card, that, really do it the right way. That's what it's all about.
H2W has a marijuana bar where bud tenders tell members what's available. Actor Jason Mewes joined up, says he's actually been sober for 8 years, but likes just coming here to chill.
I think it's very sexy.
He also believes in the cause. Mewes lost his mother to AIDS, but recalls how medical marijuana alleviated her pain.
Vegas to help hurry, and it really helped.
H2W has become a new forum for activists involved in the pot debate. Bebop stumping for the idea of taxing medical marijuana to help the state get out of debt.
I think California has a lot of problems, but I don't think cannabis is one of them. And I think we just need to decriminalize our minds a little bit, and then we can start bailing ourselves out instead of asking for bailouts.
The annual fees here go toward
Well said.
prescribed amounts of
Right? That was great copy.
also support a compassionate use program that allows needier folks and some like William who are terminally ill to get free access to marijuana. William says places like this need to be allowed to do business in Los Angeles.
That's what I wanted to do, stand up for the cause and maybe help the next person.
Yeah, anybody that really needed it, I would just give them free weed when they came, like this guy.
Helping somebody else.
Honestly, things need to be run with like a pharmacy. They need to, be run with a point-of-sale system that keeps track of everybody in the database, that runs it with the doctors so that people can't go to more than one store in one day, so that people can't buy too much and, sell it on the street. That's exactly the point of these, to keep everything legal and legitimate.
And the Los Angeles City Council will renew its debate over medical marijuana dispensaries after the holidays.
So that debate did not go in my favor. And they made it so you had to be 1,000 feet away from a church, a school, a hospital, another store, residential, yada, yada, yada. And I was good on all of them except for residential. There was an apartment building like right behind it because it was on right across from STK on La Cienega. It was like a great location. But so I lost a shitload of money there. I also had a spore-free software, which was pretty cool. This was basically a download site where you could go and download Windows, Office, stuff like this, trial versions. And then I just had them go through mine. I had a custom installer built with my own adware. So people would have to go and say skip in the installer. Like, I don't want these upgrades, But most people just click next. And you get paid basically for every install you do. So that was cool. And then, so I have my own adware platform actually built, my ad platform, Ad Prophecy, and I could go in there and I could do pop-up traffic, in-text traffic, and even pop light boxes based on keywords and URLs, which is really cool. So I had my own traffic for a while, and then it wasn't built properly by the programmer, so it actually ended up like DDoSing my server and crashing my server, so I had to just like throw it away at the end, which was terrible. Then I had Bid Win Play, which was a penny auction site. Penny auctions used to be like all the rage. And then regulations basically shut most of those down. So I just like to go over this because I've done so many different things, and a lot of them didn't end up working out, but you learn something from all of them, So from this, which is really cool, is I learned don't get in while government regulation is like iffy, because you might just lose all your money, and wait until it's more set. And it was cool, though. I got to learn how to run a retail store, which was crazy. I had like armed guards and stuff, but... Anyway, let's continue on. So basically, this is when everything went to hell, and I learned a big life lesson. Simultaneously, when I had to shut the weed store down, the city sent me a letter saying I had 30 days to comply and shut down. Otherwise, I would face $2,500 a day in fines and jail time, possible jail time. So that's when I was like, all right, I'm done, no jail time for me. And I shut that down. And I'm like, cool, I still got my internet business. I'm still making tons of money. We're all good here, And I move in this like really sick mansion, and I was like on some reality TV shows, and I'm just like kicking ass, 24 years old. And then Visa changed EU cross-sell regulations, which fucked my internet company. So I went from making like $500,000 a month profit to about $5,000, which is a major drop. So I went from living, so I went from like living in this like legit 10,000 square foot mansion. I was on like $1 million listings, and then I had to move into like a shitty 2-bedroom apartment with my buddy and have a roommate, like a friend I don't really like, But I learned a lot from it, and I vowed that I would never be so niche again in what I do that government one change in a regulation would just fuck me like that. So I like failure is only the opportunity to begin again, only this time more wisely. So basically, I set myself up this time much more diversified, on the right side of regulation completely, and I'm just gonna, I'm keeping on. So then I was like, okay. You noticed before I had the affiliate program, Cash University. So then I went back to what I knew would make money. I started an affiliate network called Plus, and this time I had just like credit card offers, lead gen, dating sites. I mean, kind of a little bit of everything. Just all major affiliate offers. And that was okay, but then I hated running a network. Running a network to me was like, you make not that much money and it's a very high risk. Everyone's trying not to pay you. The affiliates are trying to fuck you over and the advertisers don't want to pay you if they can. So it was really annoying. So then it was December 31st, I shut that down and transitioned to my own offers. I was like, I don't want to, I can do it better myself basically. So I started lead gen offers, selling leads to lawyers. And then I ran all the traffic myself. So this is when I started actually running Facebook ads myself. It was about 7 or 8 years ago now, something like that. 6 or 7 or something like that. And that's when I started Facebook ads. And that's when I started Facebook ad buyers also. And I literally just started it so that I could talk to people about Facebook ads. Because as you guys know, things are like changing daily. There's glitches all the time. Some people have new features, some don't. I wanted to be able to figure out how to run it collectively, and there was no good groups out there. So that's when I started Facebook ad buyers, and I just let it grow completely organically. It took me like a year to get to just to 1,000 people. Then another year, and I was at like 3,000. Another year, I was up to like 10. And then it just kind of snowballed 2 or 3 years ago now. So while I'm in there, I realized that any of you guys that own agencies, the best way to get clients, honestly, is just to go into groups like this and help people. Answer their questions, post engaging content, and the clients will literally come to you. I mean, I know it from experience. I've done it. A lot of my moderators moderate for free and spend a lot of their time in my groups moderating free because their whole business is based on those incoming referrals that you get and incoming clients. They're like, hey, I see you know what you're doing. I would love, can you run my ads for me? And I got that question so many times, I started doing consulting. First I started charging $1,000 an hour. And I had too many people asking me for consulting. I still was focusing on my own business. I still had my lead gen offers. So then I got my price to $2,000. Still, same thing. But what I noticed was that people kept asking the same questions over and over and over and over again. It was like, how many campaigns should I do? How many ad sets? What should I optimize for? How do I optimize my landing page? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So after doing a lot of the consulting, so then I was like, hey, if I just do masterminds like this, I can just help all these people at one time instead of having to do like one-on-one calls every single day. And then there's going to be a lot of shared knowledge where someone over there will, brings a point up that I would never have thought about to bring up on a phone call, and boom, then the whole group learns. So I started doing masterminds a few years ago. So fast forward now. Then I sold the lead gen company for lawyers for like $500,000. Then I started another lead gen company for lawyers doing class action lawsuit leads. Did that for about a year. We were the first ones to hit that on Facebook. So we grew very, very quickly and became the biggest mass tort, they're called, class action lawsuit lead gen guys. Sold that company for over $1 million. And then I took like a year off and just kind of chilled and did some random stuff. And then I was like, what business should I start now? I was like, what do I do next? So for years now, I've had people from the group saying, hey, can you run my ads for me? Can you run my ads for me? And my answer was always no. That's not my business model. I'll tell you how to do it, but that wasn't my model. So it's like, okay, I'm going to make that my model. I'm just going to say yes to people, and they want to pay me, rock on. So started Agency Y, and recently we just did a merger actually, which is cool. So now I do very little of the day-to-day, which is awesome. So meanwhile here, the Facebook ad buyer group is growing very large. There's tons of posts every day. I think there's like 150 posts a day. And there's a lot of good content in there, but people were missing it because there's just so many posts a day that I would see like some amazing gold mine of a post, but then it wouldn't get any love because most people didn't realize it and most people didn't even see it. So I started AdLeaks then, just as a news site, and I just turned the really good posts in ad buyers into content on AdLeaks. So then fast forward, I've been going to a lot of the conventions and shows and events and stuff all over the world, and I realized that there was not really like a central hub of information for media buying. There's not really like a community around it. Like there's no site you can go to where it tells you all the different advertising conventions. There's no site where you can go to and find like a developer or a programmer or somebody that specializes in the advertising industry, so you don't have to explain to them what cost per click is and CTR and all these things that like waste a ton of your time having to explain, right? So then I turned AdLeaks into a community. And now we have like over 100 units or learning or whatever you want to call them. Facebook keeps changing the name. We have everything, Canvas ads, case studies, stuff on contests, copywriting, creatives, conversion rate optimization. And these are just in the C's. The list goes on and on and on. So now there's like a centralized hub of data. And soon I'm going to start throwing events all over the world, mini events, once I hit another few hundred people. So I'm very excited about AdLeaks. So I always recommend to people when they're like, how do I increase my the revenue in my business? Or, hey, I'm looking to start a new business. What do you recommend? I always recommend doing a subscription aspect to whatever your business might be. Or do a subscription box if you don't have a current business and you're looking for a new one. So this is my subscription, is AdLeaks. And when you get that monthly recurring revenue, it's super, super nice. And I always believe that it's really all about community, and that's really my passion, I guess, is bringing people together. Whether it's an ad buyer meetup, hopefully a lot of you guys have been to one, or the retreats I do, and so on. It's all about just bringing people together. So I have this cool map in AdLeaks too, where I had a Chrome plugin developed. So when you're in Facebook, it actually changes the logo at the top of the page to the AdLeaks logo when you're in the group. And then there's a map where you can put where you live, and then let's say you go traveling or someone else travels, they can hit you up or you can hit them up and say, hey, let's grab a drink, I'm in your city, let's meet up. So that was cool. And yeah, so that's a little bit about me.